What's going on in Burma or Myanmar is the worst instance of genocide and ethnic cleansing anywhere on earth. Babies being beheaded. One instance that the UN documented of a woman who was in labour being kicked. She gave birth to the child and it was stabbed to death. Young girls are being gang raped all the time. Old people are having their throats slit in front of their families. Families are being shoved into their homes, the homes barricaded and then set light to, and those people burnt to death. And this is going on in the country of which Aung San Suu Kyi is de facto leader. What she has done is at some points to remain silent, at other points to try to justify what's happening, calling the victims terrorists, calling the aid agencies, trying to help them, collaborators in terrorism. Desmond Tutu, Malala, all these Nobel laureates have appealed to her desperately to say, please, you too are a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. Here you are now, complicit in crimes against humanity. How can this be? You should remove that prize from Aung San Suu Kyi. She no longer merits it. Oh, and while you're at it, that prize you gave to Barack Obama for not being George W. Bush, those repeated drone strikes that he orchestrated against people in Pakistan and Afghanistan, in which hundreds of innocent people, including children, died, were murdered. Surely that should disqualify him as well. There have been some really weird decisions taken by the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, not least awarding Henry Kissinger the prize, this great architect of mass murder, this génocidaire. And so the argument for removing the prize from them, and for that matter Henry Kissinger, surely is a strong one. The way the Rohingya people are being treated is the way that ethnic people around Burma are being treated. The Kachin, the Karen, many others are being subjected to a similar sort of multiple genocide that's going on there. And it's partly because they're regarded as not fully Burmese. These aren't valid people with their Muslim beliefs or their animist beliefs, and so therefore they need to be stamped out. But that's allied to the fact that the lands they live on are valuable. There's good soil, there's minerals, there's timber, there's water. And the military and the government, well, once they've driven those people off, they can grab those resources and monopolise them for themselves and make phenomenal amounts of money. One of the justifications for this is that, oh, well, those Rohingya, they're Muslims. Muslims are bound to be bad people. They're going to do bad stuff. I mean, they're terrorists, aren't they? If you give them an inch, they'll take a yard and they'll start chopping our heads off. I'm sorry, it's not Muslims who are chopping people's heads off here. This is a Burmese army which is principally Buddhist. In fact, this is driven by this totally weird Buddhist fundamentalism, Buddhist intolerance. This is not a peculiarity of one religion or another. It's not a peculiarity of religion versus non-religion. It's just that there are certain people, a minority, a small minority of the world's population, who will do really, really bad things to other people. We are not innocent of this. The British government, for example, has been providing the military of Myanmar, Burma, with training. Originally it said we're doing human rights training. Well, that turned out to be a lie. It's not. It's just trying to make them more effective fighting forces. And what are they being more effective at? Oh yeah, atrocities. As a more effective fighting force, they can do that more efficiently. That has to stop. And not only to stop, but our government has to come out and make a far stronger statement than it's made so far about what's going on.